Lately, my guilty pleasure has been watching psychic fail compilations.
Don't speak up yet quite so much. Is that her wedding ring?
No, it's my mother's wedding.
Oh, it's your mom. Do you still have her chair?
No.
Or did she have an issue with her legs prior to her passing?
No.
I have always been a skeptic when it comes to people claiming they have psychic powers.
You don't have to acknowledge it. I don't care. I don't care if you believe in what I do. That's not what
I personally know I'm psychically powerful, but that doesn't mean every single person with a tarot reading business or a cable TV show has the gift.
I gotta say, why is your brother constantly talking to me?
I don't have a brother.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, this is Billiam. My girlfriend Savannah and I have been marathoning psychic reality TV shows lately, and in the next video, we're going to be comparing and reviewing our experiences meeting and talking to psychics. We gotta see what they know. And I gotta say, so far, our experiences diving deep into the psychic industry has been cracked.
So yeah, she told me that the awful hurricane that went through Appalachia was actually a bomb by some shady group, she said, looking for lithium.
Oh, I don't think so.
But today, we're watching some of the worst psychic reality shows, and we've been watching them all. Psychic Intervention, Monica the Medium, Psychic Tia, The Hollywood Medium, The Long Island Medium. There are too many reality shows about psychics. But today, I really want to focus on the ones that stand out. The worst psychic shows, per se. From psychic kids being mentored to hone their powers, to the Seatbelt Psychic who gives readings to Uber customers. These shows are absurd. I would say that if an Uber driver attempted to give me a psychic reading and channel a dead relative, that I would simply jump out of the moving vehicle, but then my dead ass would be stuck with him forever. I've been training my psychic powers. I would psychically block him after hitting him. I do not want to be the kind of jerk who makes fun of people for going to get tarot readings or who read a horoscope every day. There's obviously enjoyment and fun to be had with those things, even if you do not believe in their supernatural predictive qualities. It can be fun, but after diving into this industry, for me personally, it's hard not to see psychics and mediums, particularly the ones who claim they can speak for dead people or give financial advice, like try to psychically read the stock market. Those people are typically taking advantage of people who are grieving. As skeptic Susan Gerbic puts it, they're grief vampires.
Is your brother deported?
My brother-in-law died recently.
Perfect.
Anyways, today we're talking about the worst psychic reality shows. Beginning with a show I actually found quite addicting, the 8-episode competition show America's Psychic Challenge, or America's Next Top Model for grifters, fraudsters, and scammers, allegedly. My opinion, allegedly.
Hello everyone, I'm John Burke, and I am standing on top of this old abandoned hospital.
First airing on the Lifetime television network in 2007, each episode features a stage and a tournament bracket where 16 psychics compete to prove they deserve the $100,000 grand prize, giving these psychics a chance to earn money without having to scam anyone's mom. The contestants are graded on how well they use their abilities through different challenges by industry professionals or by real victims, who get to relive their trauma while the psychics play a guessing game as to all of the horrible things that could have happened to them or their family members.
33333. Whomever did this is connected to either a gang or like a grouping of friends that are intense. They will take you out in a second.
This is so but watching them get it wrong is my guilty pleasure.
He was way off.
My sister got that one right.
It's pretty incredible watching people test their psychic abilities with back-to-back challenges. The psychics themselves prove right in front of the viewers at home that these are inconsistent powers. Are they psychics, or do they have intrusive thoughts?
I'm feeling gunshots, close range. They got them.
Yeah, that's wrong.
Okay, I'll open it. Oh, Ryan, you're not here.
First of all, me hit my head against the wall.
For one challenge, the psychics needed to guess which of these 3 men were a cowboy. All of them failed the challenge and guessed the cowboy was a drunken businessman. But of course, none of the psychics are to blame for the failure of their powers. Their psychic abilities can be blocked by walls and being on a ranch.
There's no spirituality on this ranch. Give me a break.
Touching grass is definitely a blind spot for psychics. It's gotta be a crystal. During the breaks, the show gives psychic quizzes to the audience at home. It's kind of a weird thing to include, and on streaming without ads, it goes by so fast.
You know which one it will be? You Did you get it right?
That you would have to be able to psychically predict the question to get any chance at answering in time. But psychics make for great reality TV because they're weird and, dare I say, eccentric. Like contestant Jackie, who claims she is a Louisiana voodoo priestess.
One never knows all until you're dead.
Calling herself the White Serpent.
But what if you're able to go over there and come back, physically living?
I've done it.
So have I.
They don't call me the White Serpent for nothing.
Woof! Everything this woman says just gives me the ick, and she easily fits the role of the reality TV show villain.
Do you know what a White Serpent is?
No.
That's what I'm called. I'm scary and twisted. Watch your step around me.
The host asks Jackie to read somebody who is sitting behind a wall to test her psychic power. But a wall is something that can block somebody's psychic powers.
I understand, but it doesn't make sense.
She refuses to do the reading because she can't physically see them. But that didn't make a difference on the ranch. She couldn't pinpoint who the cowboy was while looking at him directly. So that doesn't really seem to matter, does it? Embarrassed and needing to prove herself, Jackie ignores the challenge and starts reading the host instead.
Are you reading me now?
Yes, John.
Okay, well, enough of that.
It makes him and myself incredibly uncomfortable. The other psychic challengers are so put off by her, and they say she works with dark magic.
Jackie works in what I call the dark way.
I hope Michelle wins because if Jackie wins, I think that's just a travesty.
So you're telling me there's like stigma within the psychic community towards like other spiritual practices? The show paints voodoo specifically as being a darker kind of magic.
Two different sides, light and dark.
You know what? I'm not so sure the white snake Jackie, who grew up in a southern plantation-style home, is the best representative for Louisiana voodoo.
I certainly wouldn't piss off a voodooist. Those who can heal can hurt.
Tell the truth.
It's horrendous.
It's horrendous.
Jackie ends up making it to the final round of the show, fitting really nicely into the reality show villain archetype.
Can I get a hug?
I don't give hugs out for free.
I'm sorry. Can we get hugs?
But of course, she loses to the nice lady whose psychic powers are given to her by angels.
I feel it's a triumph for all the other humanitarians and light workers, as well as myself. It's a win-win situation.
Wow. And of course, the winner of America's Psychic Challenge, Michelle White Dove, the psychic batting for good. She would go on to use her psychic powers for a great cause, giving people financial investment advice. With one recipient of her gift saying, she made tons of wrong predictions. For example, her cryptocurrency predictions are all wrong and people who trusted her lost nearly all their money. A very money-greedy person and a very bad psychic. So perhaps, maybe, all of them are harnessing dark energy. And sadly, in December of 2022, Michelle White Dove, the winner of America's Psychic Challenge, passed away. So you know what that means. All right, let's see what Michelle tells me. Okay, I'm talking to Michelle White Dove right now. Michelle, do you care that those people lost their money? No! Oh my God, Michelle, are you guilty at all? No! Oh my God, Michelle, am I dishonoring your memory by doing this? No! Goodbye, Michelle. Goodbye. I do think America's Psychic Challenge is one of the most inoffensive psychic reality shows out there, but it does just as much work disputing claims of psychic powers as it does propping people up like Jeff Baker, who did what I think is one of the most immoral things a psychic could do, inserting himself into a real-life missing person investigation. According to the Oklahoman, Baker was brought in to help with a missing persons case after claiming to have located over 100 bodies with his psychic abilities, a feat which he has not been able to successfully do again since making this claim, in my opinion, I guess. If I were a psychic, I'd be able to tell that you're fascinated by the beauty of all of Earth's different ecosystems. I want to wear them, and thanks to today's sponsor, Holzkern, I can. Holzkern specializes in jewelry and watches for any and all gender identities. And their accessories are made from natural materials like wood, stone, leaves, and even peacock feathers. And because the materials are genuinely natural, every single accessory, even if it's the same style, is totally unique. Can I show you my Holzkern haul? The scalar necklace and Supermom ring are both made with lapis lazuli and silver, making the perfect matching set. I love it so much. I also love how delicate and bold this Themis watch is. The green and gold color combo makes it a perfect Christmas outfit accessory. Look how cool and stylish I look wearing the Forte bracelet made out of silver and marble. You might as well call me the Full Metal Alchemist, baby. These accessories make for the perfect gift for the upcoming holiday season. And don't you want to enter the new year with fresh and natural styles along with your loved ones? I mean, look how beautiful Savannah looks with her Themis watch. Okay, Savannah, slay. Holzkern offers free express worldwide shipping from Vienna, Austria. And forget those customs fees because they're gonna take care of it for you. With only a short 2 to 5 day wait for your products to arrive, and all orders placed before December 19th are guaranteed to arrive by Christmas Day. And the best news of all, you can save 15% on your purchase when you use my code Billiam at checkout. Only for a limited magical holiday time, so hurry. Get those fresh, natural styles on for all the celebrations you're bound to have during these next few weeks. Thanks again to Holzkern for sponsoring this video. America's Psychic Challenge is fine, but I can say without a shadow of a doubt that Psychic Kids is one of the most f***ed up shows I have ever seen.
Please leave me alone, I hate you.
Each episode showcases 3 children that claim to have supernatural powers who are all introduced to each other and adult psychics and mediums to help understand or gain control of their abilities. I can recall conversations on the playground I had when I was really little. People would say they could see ghosts or turned into a unicorn at night, but this show straight up exploits kids by feeding into their fears and anxieties in a way that cannot be healthy for the child. Faith is an 8-year-old and claims that she has been talking with the boy Freddie, who died in 1886. She is not only specific about the year of his passing, but who the boy's mother was, Catherine.
His mother actually killed him.
The mother spirit is angry with Faith for taking Freddie, so she pushes the child out of bed at night, a repeating pattern in her life.
One time she was like trying to punch me or something, and Freddie actually went in front of me and said, "Stop."
Yeah, she didn't sound like a nice spirit, does she?
No.
I think we need to deal with her. What do you think?
Faith feels as if she's all alone in this world until she meets up with the other 2 psychic kids, Jillian and Ollie. Jillian, like Faith, sees spirits, and Ollie is sensitive to emotions and sees people's auras. And this show makes me feel awful. The parents have no idea how to balance wanting to validate their children and addressing whatever unresolved mental or emotional issue that can be causing this, but instead of seeking professional help, they choose the more accessible option for Americans. Going on a reality show. Enter Chip Coffee. The psychic mentor has brought the girls to this really creepy place to help sell the psychicness of it all. Chip only confirms whatever the child says to be true, and goes even further to prove that Freddie Stewart and his mother Catherine, who haunt Faith, were real and living as well. He calls up the library to check their archives, and guess what? He found Freddie Stewart and his mother Catherine. The years don't line up, but apparently Stewart is an uncommon name for the area, which even though the town archivist said this, I want to say that's bullshit. That's not an uncommon name. Right? Maybe I'm just ignorant. The piece of paper says Freddie Stewart passed away in 1880, even though Faith claims it was 1886.
Died in 1886.
1886.
1886. She was specific about the date.
It's a census from the year 1880.
But Chip tells her all of this is real.
Can I tell you the truth? You're haunted.
They tell this 8-year-old child that the ghosts she imagines are real right before bedtime. And naturally, she has trouble sleeping, as she says under the covers in her little 8-year-old reality TV show confessional.
I feel like something's watching me. Please leave me alone, I hate you.
Oh, that's so sad. So here's the thing with Chip Coffee. Besides telling little girls they are hunted, he's been on other psychic reality shows like TLC's Kindred Spirits, and even his own talk show Coffee Talk with Chip Coffee, where a group of skeptics performed a sting operation on him. Susan Gerbic, who headed Operation Bumblebee for Skeptical Inquirer, tried to seed Chip Coffee with bad information on the internet to see if they could catch him in a hot reading. That's when a psychic does prior research before giving a client a reading, as opposed to cold reading, which involves the psychic having guesswork and fishing for the client's information. While Chip did not repeat information on the fake online profiles, the Skeptical Inquirer successfully seeded staff and attendees with false information before the start of the show, which Chip then repeated back to them later, with Chip in front of a live audience pretending to have contact with a ghost child who never existed. The story is a fun read, but Chip Coffee thought otherwise. He responded via Tumblr to Operation Bumblebee with, quote, "Who really got stung? Hell yeah, 8 notes, let's go." In this post, he refutes the claims that he's a fake, saying, "I am a psychic and a medium and a pretty smart guy." Oh, my mistake, Mr. Coffee. He goes on to say that the skeptic stuck out like a sore thumb from the start, so he tried to scam the scammers. In the post, he also apologizes to his believers who got caught up in his strategic lie he told to get back on some strategic liars, saying, "If anyone chooses to be dishonest with me, despite disliking it, I will play along." So if I'm getting this right from Mr. Coffee himself, pretending to talk to the dead that time was not an isolated incident? I could be misinterpreting that. I don't think so. So naturally, this guy is going to save the children.
Yeah.
Look out.
You're not the same person that you were before. Who are you now?
Act proper.
Who are you?
Faith, Ollie, and Jillian decide that they're Chip's angels.
Chip's angels. The 3 Chip's angels.
I'm getting a psychic reading. I hate that. I'm not a psychologist, and I don't think Chip Coffee is either. Something tells me that Chip Coffee just seeded the future for more and more ghost interactions. In 2019, Psychic Kids got a reboot.
You will leave.
In which old psychic kids came back as adults to mentor new psychic kids.
Being a psychic kid is exceptionally hard.
But luckily that only lasted 1 season, so hopefully the psychic cycle is broken. Or I could be wrong about all of this and Chip Coffee could be legitimate. I just don't want to get sued, guys. Without a doubt, Teresa Caputo, the Long Island medium, is the most successful TV psychic today. With 14 seasons of her TLC show and a brand new show on Lifetime, she has certainly made a name for herself, the Long Island medium, being a magnet for both believers and skeptics alike. Of course, on her reality show, there's a lot of opportunity for buffoonery and fudgery. They can edit out incorrect readings. They can research the sitter ahead of time, etc. But what I want to focus on for the rest of the video is all of the psychic personalities that have come and gone from TV. For example, take Psychic Tia.
Because I am Psychic Tia.
I don't even know what to say about Psychic Tia that would make her sound unique amongst all of the different TV psychics.
Your father's right behind you right now. Like dead on right behind you.
It's got all the shop drama of Pawn Stars. You know, the kind of stuff that just reeks of the show producer's desperation to like want to just make a sitcom. Like it's hard for reality to be entertaining all the time, so they recreate it, except your actors aren't union.
Does that make you uncomfortable? The penis candle is used for multiple reasons.
Penis shelf.
I know.
And then clearly after staging scenes, they go into a psychic reading where Tia connects with people grieving their lost loved ones. And for some reason, even though the rest of the show is clearly staged, we're supposed to believe these aren't. But who knows? I could be wrong. Tia could be a legitimate psychic. Psychic intervention with Kim Russo just straight up made me depressed. First of all, Russo is one of the psychics who mentored one of the psychic kids who grew up to mentor other psychic kids.
Anybody getting any names?
I never get names.
You can actually ask their names and you'll see it or you'll hear it.
Okay, I'm listening for voices.
She takes this woman to a place where her brother died, just to have her relive it on TV.
You want to hear the response to that? From Marty.
Yeah.
You have it all wrong, sis. I gave her the drugs.
Somehow, Psychic Tia channeled Teresa Caputo's attitude, and Kim Russo channeled Teresa Caputo's hair. But who knows, all 3 of them might be legitimate psychics.
And I am a psychic medium.
The Hollywood medium, Tyler Henry, is like a wild man. He's fucking feral, dare I say. He conjured the spirit of Michael Jackson for his sister, LaToya Jackson. He's always snatching up celebrity ghosts like the feral beast he is.
Okay. Oop, that would help. Okay.
But Monica the medium, she's not your average TV medium. Airing on ABC Family, Monica 10K is just your regular college girl trying to navigate this quirky world as a powerful psychic. What makes this show so much more ridiculous than other psychic reality shows is that Monica never turns her psychic powers off. They're always doing some regular young adult things with their girlfriends, and then all of a sudden she's like, oh, somebody's dead relative is yelling at me, and she points to a stranger and she makes her cry, and then she's so satisfied with herself. Monica and her roommates are throwing a big house party. Everyone is in the center of the yard playing flip cup before Monica comes over. She says she doesn't know how to play and tries it once before stopping everything because she feels this guy's dad is talking to her.
I start to feel a father energy and I realize it's connected to the kid that's standing next to me.
They stop the game so they can all sit down and listen to Monica. It's always about her. It's like it's the Monica show. I'm getting a psychic reading.
I came here to party, casually chill with my friends.
But she clocks his dad's name, that he's a younger sibling where he lives.
Yeah. No one's ever heard of Lake Wallenpaupack unless you're from that area. You can't guess things like that.
All information that could have been gotten off of Facebook within like minutes. To me, psychics referencing photographs is always a red flag. It tells me that you saw the photograph in real life. And it's in your mind now, but that's a memory, not a psychic vision.
Say yes, because I know I'm interpreting.
Yeah,
don't say anything else, just yes.
She sucks the fun out of the party until this kid starts crying about his deceased father, and she's so proud of herself. Monica is doing this all the time, and the cameras are all around her.
We were in the bathroom, and through the bathroom stall, she starts giving this girl a reading.
So Monica's friends set her up with a blind date, and they go shopping to try on some outfits, and Monica starts giving a reading to the cashier.
Have you ever had like a reading where you've been unsure whether or not it's your brain filling in a blank?
Her roommate is so over it.
I think that's like my biggest issue with all of this is that it doesn't seem like you can palpably tell the difference.
And they just move on from that question. They don't address it. She's just a hater. That's a tough part of Monica's life. Her mom is Catholic and thinks her psychic powers are just her talking to demons. And her dad works for the US Embassy in Afghanistan, and he's far enough away for him to be away from it. So Monica arrives at her blind date and he doesn't show up because he heard she was a medium. Or perhaps he heard she brings up people's dead relatives when they're not expecting it, and she gets satisfaction after she makes fucking cry. She's like, I'm not good at flip cup. What if you all paid attention to me instead? And I'm gonna make you cry.
Do you wonder if the dead can see you? Get in my car and I'll show you they can.
I was like, why are you crying?
That's definitely something he would say.
Remember when I was saying I would hit the Seatbelt Psychic? I would like to apologize for that. I think trapping somebody in a moving vehicle is actually a great way to practice doing psychic readings if you're into that kind of thing. Exploiting the people's grief, that is. Produced by James Corden, the Seatbelt Psychic was totally born out of the same idea that led to his most popular segment, Carpool Karaoke. The way this show is edited makes Thomas John, the Seatbelt Psychic, just seem like an absolute lunatic. They fit 4 to 5 readings into a 20-minute episode, so every episode is just this barrage of montages of people screaming when they find out he's a psychic. Then he targets his passenger with a fact about their life that is deeply emotional, and then they cry their eyes out before arriving at their destination. And he feels satisfied.
Wow.
So he's not too happy about that.
I saw no joy on his face when he laughed. This is not a real person. At the beginning of one episode, a woman gets into a car and he gets a bad energy from her. He's like, I'm picking up 200 dead bodies around you. And it's because she's a mortician, and he tells her to leave.
I have to get you out of this car. I don't want to crash the car while we're driving.
Oh,
so
no.
Just step out. Thank you, sweetie.
No, you're welcome.
He can't handle it. He starts every car ride with, do you believe in psychics? And sometimes people are like, yeah, maybe, not really. And then he goes, so I'm a psychic. And then they scream.
She said, my daughter met Michelle Obama.
How did you know that?
Because your dead mom just told me.
Oh my God. Oh my God. This is crazy.
Despite having a ridiculous show format, the reason I wanted to bring up Thomas John 2 first names, is because out of all of the psychics that Susan Gerbic has covered for Skeptical Inquirer, Thomas John got the most. Gerbic says it was hard to bait other psychics, but fucking Thomas John took the bait. Like a dirty dog. Despite showing up to the live show to catch John, Gerbic had actually not created the fake information on the Facebook page to bait John. One post mourned the passing of her falsified dog Buddy, so when Thomas John looked Susan Gerbic in the eye and asked, "And Buddy, who's that?" Gerbic had no idea and improvised, "My father," when in fact Buddy was her fictional dead brother's fictional dog. John kept up the reading and then interrupted himself. "Oh, I understand, okay. So I'm being drawn over here." And with that, he walked away. With a quick search, Gerbic also pinpointed that the cast of characters in the Seatbelt Psychic are all local LA actors. And I swear to God, this woman was also in the show Psychic Intervention. Like, I am losing my mind. Is this the same woman? I can't get a reading on her. Something's psychically blocking me. I'm trying to figure out what you think about psychics. Do you think I'm way off about them? If so, why? Please comment down below. And if you are a skeptic, do any of y'all think I miss covering any major psychic people? If so, let me know below, because there is a second part to this psychic deep dive. As next time, Savannah and I are going to be reviewing a bunch of different psychics we went to try to reveal the secrets of the industry. And I predict you will subscribe and even share this video off of YouTube, on other websites even. Thank you. See ya. And don't forget, this video is sponsored by Holtzkern. When you use my code Billiam at checkout, you can get 15% off of these incredibly unique Earth Source gifts. Thank you again.